All right, so we're going to take a look at number 7 and number 8 from your solving equations review. So let's start with number 7. So we see that we don't have any fractions, so we don't need to worry about getting common denominators or anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by distributing through this negative. So we have 4, because that doesn't change, minus a positive 3, so that's, or minus a positive 3x, so that's minus 3x, and then a negative times a negative is a positive 2. And then here we're going to distribute this whole term here, which is negative 5. So a negative times a positive is a negative, and a negative times a negative is a positive, and then since this, nothing happened with that, we're just going to drop it straight down. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to combine like terms on the left-hand side. So I see I have a positive 4 and a positive 2, which is 6. And this minus 3x I just leave. And then here we have this minus 10x is all alone, so we're just going to leave that there. And then we have a positive 5 and a positive 3. We add those together, we get 8. Okay, now I want to get all of my x terms onto one side. So I'm going to move this whole negative 10x. And so I'm going to add 10x to both sides. And I'm going to place it right here because these will be the like terms on the left-hand side. So I say a negative 3x plus 10x is a 7x, positive 7x. This 6, nothing happened to it, so I'm just going to drop it down, and then I have 0 plus 8, which is 8. Now I need to get this 6 over, so I subtract 6 using inverse operations to isolate my variable term, which is 7x. And then I say 8 minus 6 is 2. Now I want to find the value of one of my x's, so since we're multiplying by 7 here, I divide by 7. And then if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other. So we get that x equals 2/7. Okay, over here, we do have fractions, and so we want to get a common denominator. So I see that I have that 3 times 4 is 12, so let's just put 12 as our common denominator. And so this first one, I need to multiply the bottom by 4, so I need to multiply the top by 4. So I say 4 times 2 is 8, and we'll deal with that here in a second. And then over here, I have to multiply this by 3, so I multiply this by 3, and it's this whole top by 3. So we say 3 times x plus 2. Okay, now I'm going to put it all over, I need to drop down this 52 by the way. So I'm going to put it all over this left-hand side, 12, which is our common denominator. So I say 8 times 5x minus 2 minus the 3 times x plus 2 equals 52. So let's simplify this top. So let's distribute this 8 through, and then we'll distribute this minus 3 through. So we have 8 times 5x is 40x minus 8 times 2, which is 16. Negative 3 times x, or minus 3 times x, is a minus 3x. And a minus 3 times 2 is a minus 6 over 12 equals 52. Okay, let's combine like terms. We have a minus 16 and a minus 6, and then we have a minus 3x and a positive 40x. So let's start with our x terms. So we have 40x minus 3x is 37x, and a minus 16 minus 6 is a minus 22 over 12 equals 52. Okay, now we want to get rid of that 12. Since it's dividing by 12, we want to multiply both sides by 12. And when we take 52 times 12, we get 4 and 10 and a placeholder and 2, 5. We get 624. So we do 624 on this side, and over here this 12 and this 12 cancel. So we have 37x minus 22. We want to isolate our variable term, this guy, so we add 22 to both sides. And so you get 646 on the right hand side and drop down the 37x. Divide both sides by 37. So x equals 646 37ths. Or you could reduce it down into a mixed number if you'd like, but we'll just keep it as an improper fraction.